I don't know what it is, but this is my time of day. I just came out of the field working. So I am sweaty. What to do about that? I don't, hey, there you go. But, I want to be real. I don't want to be like too pretentious on none of this because, it's everyday stuff I'm talking about. The only thing I'm saying is speak the truth. Whatever that it means. Now watch this. In the 1950s now, you could, even in the 60s, up to the 60s, you could hitchhike from Florida to LA. You could hitchhike from Florida to LA. It was safe enough to do it. People did it. I think one of my brothers did it. Hitchhike from Florida to LA, or from LA to Florida. That was back in the day when you could trust people before the serial murder and all that kind of stuff. And even our own people, now you can't trust them. We didn't become so much like them. We weren't going to their schools then, though. We had segregated schools, segregated everything, and so we were safer. Now you see how it is out there. Come on. So anyway, in the 1950s, we had signs. Go look what I'm about to tell you. We had signs that said, oh, I'm going to the next thing. I don't want to go there yet. Yeah, I'll go there now. We had signs that said Freedom Rights Movement. Our signs on the signs even go to Oprah's little movie and shit. She kept that true. The placards, they used to call them placards when you had the posters and people carry them around. And they read freedom rights. It turned to civil rights after King, not after King himself, but after King ran into them Jewish boys whose fight was for civil rights in the courts. They wanted to get into the golf clubs and the exclusive clubs up in New York area in them, and they needed some courts stuff to finagle that. So they use civil rights. Civil rights is all about the court. It ain't got nothing to do with who you are and all that freedom rights. We were looking for freedom rights because we was getting hanged, nigga. We were being lynched. We're still doing it. We just still don't have no freedom rights. We started going with civil rights, and then another clown come up talking about we need to go with human rights, which is a bigger waste of time than even civil rights is. We had the right thing when we were going for freedom rights. That's what the people are talking about now. Everybody's moving to a more free nigger. Because the Dred Scott decision say no nigger should walk around free, doing nothing in America. The crackers ain't ready for that. No, that's why they talking about Civil War and shit. They're like, oh, you niggas think y'all got, what? We started shooting motherfuckers up in here. I didn't mean to curse, but that's what's up. So I'm just saying, in the 50s, we were more collective. And in the 50s, guess what? We were called colored. We weren't black. All this black stuff has got y'all. Watch what I'm about to tell you. Since you have adopted that identifier of black in a mass way throughout the public, hasn't things gotten worse for you people? Y'all, they put a few niggas up and sprinkle them up in the Congress and stuff. But look at the 1869 pictures of the Congress and stuff and the different states and stuff. You'll see a bunch of niggas was in there running things. They had to do the Reconstruction to get us out. So I don't want to be elongated. I'm just saying, people are making statements like, oh yeah, back in civil rights. Wasn't no back in civil rights. That wasn't our deal. That King decided to run with them because they were willing to finance, they were willing to finance the move through the courts. And so King said, okay, so what did he do? He loaned all our momentum, power, and strength towards civil rights, took all the focus and everything off of freedom rights, and guess what? We still ain't free. It's almost more people graduating from jail than it is from college. We ain't free, or it is. It's more guys graduating from jail than from college. And jail, as you know, the 14th Amendment says, unless convicted of a crime, slavery is over, except You get me? So they still got slavery, man. They put on the back of the people the property of this and that and put them in chains and stuff. You ain't been there yet? You ain't been there lately? They got niggas walking around in leggings. Young boys, 14, 15 years old, I'm watching them. They training them to be slaves now. And they're accepting that because they think that's real. They think that's, this fake out there in a movie. And don't know they're in a movie. It's a big movie. It's a big set. And they just playing a part that's being forced on them, implied that they should play the part. So that's what I'm saying about this whole thing. You got to look back for what really happened, because I see none of these dudes who lived through that time, they older than me, they won't tell y'all nothing about what I just told you, about the civil rights, the freedom rights, and the human rights. Nigga, I ain't human.